Okay, so here we go. We're starting off at the very beginning where it all began, and this one, I'll tell you right now, I know dick of how to play the original MK. Like, this one, I remember me and Simmons tried to play this when we went to E3, and we're like, holy crap, this controls so terribly. It's so bad.
I think at the time you guys weren't used to pushing block.
Yeah,
well, it was just...
Either way, like, there was a section dedicated to, was it the retro video game convention or something?
And they had it there.
An original MK1 board, and boy, yeah, it was
very rough.
I'm Sonya.
You Sonya?
Danny Sonya. Steve's Jackie Chan King.
I remember using Sonya a lot in this game.
Sonya was easier to use as well as Sub. Sub was really good in the old games because of like the unblockable setups and shit like that.
Most of my time with this game or this version of was played actually mostly on console.
Yeah, I'd say SNES version. You done goofed, thank you, dude. So yeah, the first time I got introduced to MK where I physically played it was on a SNES. And it looked terrible.
Yeah.
It did not look good. The characters bled ash for some reason. Stupid sexy Shiva, thank you so much. It was sweat and ash, and I was just like, I remember this game being gory, what the hell happened? All the fatalities were nerfed.
Yeah.
And I do even remember back in the day when I was a youngin', like a 10-year-old, 11-year-old kid, playing this, and I was like, dude, the controls in this game are bad, yo.
Yeah.
Like, the controls are not good. And that's some classic-ass Sonya fatality.
Well, you know what? It wasn't that bad for me because before we were playing this, we were playing, for some fucking reason, a lot of Pit Fighter.
Oh, we were playing Pit Fighter! Holy shit,
man,
and that was even worse.
Pit Fighter is like a biggest piece of shit on ever.
Yeah.
So,
Fighter,
going
it
from
looked like Mortal Kombat, but Double Dragon.
Those were $500 glasses, asshole. Thank you, dude.
Going from Pit Fighter to this made this game feel like Street Fighter.
Yeah, I'll totally agree. So I'll totally be the one to admit, being a hardcore Capcom guy, like I was totally prejudiced towards like, oh, I love Capcom stuff, everything else sucks. And you guys are huge MK guys. Killer Instinct was the game that made me like diverge from playing Capcom shit. And eventually Tekken 3 I liked more than Street Fighter, like back in the day. So I never really got into the MKs past UMK3. And to me, there's like this age where I just have no idea, which is pretty much MK4 up until MK9.
Right.
I don't know dick! Like those games, I played them like once at our friend Rodney's place, and I was like, wow, you get to choose between like different stances and shit like that, and like, it's kind of getting used to it. I'm like, this is sort of fun. It was I think it was Deception or Armageddon.
Deadly Alliance and then Deception.
I think it might have been Deadly Alliance. And I played that one, but to me, back in the day, these MK games are coming out all the fucking time. Like, it felt like there was one a year, but I don't think it was that
every other year
with the PlayStation 2 versions. And that's where I was kind of like, I have no idea what those games. And that's what the Legacy is about, to go back and take a look at that crazy old shit. And kind of get an idea of what the hell's going on before MKX comes out. Because a lot of people say those games are underrated, and I want to check them out. And past month I had to buy them all.
They were good for their time.
Yeah.
A lot of the games were really good.
Oh, I don't know about that. Like, that's the most interesting part for me because I don't think you can sit there and say if you're gonna say their games are bad now but they're good for their time, then I don't believe you because when Deadly Alliance and Deception came out, we had already had Soul Calibur 1 and like 2.
Yeah, there was already 3D games like Tekken 4.
I do not buy, you know, the argument, oh, they're good for their time if they're not good now.
I tried to dash.
See, a lot of people in the chat are saying the same thing. I like it how you guys know all the fatalities and shit. Thank you for that. Thank you guys for fucking showing this shit off.
Old school fucking...
FTG, call the evac. Welcome back, dude. So yeah, there was one or two characters I played, Reptile and MK2. I bought that on SNES, and it was good on SNES because they actually had gore.
Yeah.
Like, that was when they finally, when the games didn't get nerfed to sin, which they were in the original versions, they were okay in MK2. Predator for MKX from Mad Jack. We all agree with you, Mad Jack. Predator would fit best in MKX or KI. Totally true.
I mean, the thing is that that ESRB
was created because of MK.
Yeah.
Kind of, more or less. You remember
Good job.
the Genesis versions had their own rating systems? They were like GA.
I do remember that briefly.
MA15. That was Sega's own self-implemented rating system when shit was heating up in the Senate.
Yep.
And that's why.
All of a sudden, sending people see people's heads getting ripped off and shit.
I mean, that's
video
why.
games.
That's why the Super NES version.
It became an easy thing to blame instead of other things.
Yeah.
Well, that's the saddest part is that MK would always take the blame of a lot of things. While,
Nice.
man, you cannot blame video games for bad
Oh,
parenting.
well, that right now is under my fanciness.
What?
Oh, there's a guy.
Kenny's taking his fucking clothes off.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Whoa.
Hey, hey.
Hold on a sec.
That is going on right. Look at that.
She actually
Under all
has the
this
fucking
fanciness.
shirt. Hold on a sec. I got the
Your
one
shirt
camera.
takes screenshots?
That's under all this fanciness.
Finish him. We see it. Confirmed. Kenny's actually legit.
Yes, that's under all this I'm fancy because it's fucking Mortal Kombat Legacy. This game
Kenny's a
changed my
professional.
life.
He's
It's
fucking
a professional
Professional.
Mortal Kombat player.
What do you guys feel about Jason? I mean, you like Freddy in the previous ones.
Yeah, Freddy was good. He's kind of busted, but
He was a technical character. I just don't like technical characters when you have certain moves that go certain distances.
Yeah.
You know, you have to, be a good guesser. I'm just kind of a rush down and like to fucking just get in there and go. That's why I like Zangief and Melina and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I like to fight you.
I think
don't
just like the cultural / impact of him being in the game. I don't know. I immediately tie it to like, well, if he made it, how likely is the Predator? You know?
Yeah.
But he's a New Line Cinema character. New Line Cinema bought the rights from Paramount like a while ago. I looked this up when I saw that Jason Voorhees was going to be in it. CJ Reiser, thank you, dude. And when I looked it up, I was like, oh, New Line Cinema owns owns Jason Voorhees. So that's what's a Warner Brother company.
Yeah.
It still is. So that makes sense. Of course, they own the fucking character. They don't have to do anything. So the likeliness of Predator making in was still like, I don't know if he's going to be able to actually make it with this thing. So I'm kind of bummed.
I know they're developing a new Predator movie, but I haven't heard anything about that for a while.
Long time.
I mean, other than the fact that they announced a director who's...
Oh, husband and wife. Let's do
What's
this.
his name?
Which movie?
Predator.
The new one?
Who's the guy in Predator who's reading the comic book all the time with the glasses?
Daniel Pazina, right?
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about, but I can't remember the character's name.
Shane Black is the director.
Shane Black was the actor's name.
The actor's name.
Captain Atlantis, welcome, Captain. Thank you very much, dude.
The director of Iron Man 3, crazily enough.
He directed Iron Man 3?
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Bringing it back.
Well, they wanted, not to get too off track, but they wanted him to rewrite the script for Predator, and he just kept refusing, and they said, well, we have a small role for you, and we want to come down here to Mexico and do it. He's like, sure.
Why not?
So, but he's supposed to be making a new movie, which ties into sort of why these rumors are, I think, persisting for MK, because it's like, if he's making a new movie,
Then the Predator is coming back in some way.
maybe there's a tie-in to Mortal Kombat, whatever, because they want to get people...
See, the biggest thing I'm worried about is if the Predator even makes it into MKX, is it going to be like AVP, really shitty Aztec-looking Predators, which I'm not a big fan of? Temple Predators is what I call them, or is it going to be T-Dude64? Is it going to be T-Dude? Thank you so much, dude.
Well, one thing I was, arguing on a Twitter argument was that, like, this is like, people were arguing that's a competitor. I'm like, Fox doesn't have a gaming studio anymore. Fox Interactive died.
They died
A long time ago.
Yeah, they're not really a competitor at all.
If they wanted to have a Predator in a game, like,
I love you.
MK is a great spot, right?
It's a perfect spot. I mean, I was thinking Killer Instinct's another great spot as well because you can put whatever the fuck you want into KI and it makes sense. But in MK, it makes perfect sense as well.
Well, MK is also multi-plat, so it's like gets everywhere.
It gets everywhere, and it makes a lot more sense. So I don't know.
It worked with Nintendo.
I just don't want it to be like Aztec Predator or the what's it called? Shaith Eatery, thank you so much. Or the Predator from Predators.
You don't want Aztec Predator.
Yeah, I don't think Aztec Predator
Which
looks
one's
good.
Aztec?
AVP 1.
Oh, they suck.
Yeah, the big lug.
They suck.
Linebacker Predators.
The linebackers in
No,
some rubber suits? No.
linebackers. I don't like that shit.
No.
I do. I like AVP 2 Predator is pretty good. Sorry guys, this is somewhat related to MK.
We're talking about MK,
but we're talking about
what
we want to see in it. And I wouldn't mind the classic Predator from
I would
Predators.
assume it would be classic,
Yeah, I hope
City, and maybe Wolf.
Yeah.
Like, I could see them saying, oh, well, let's do Berserker, Falconeer, and whatever, but I would say it's probably going to be Classic City and Wolf because Wolf had that whip.
This bullshit.
So that's
Yeah,
what
I
I'm
can
thinking.
keep it on for as long as you want.
Shit.
So I'm always thinking about how this is going to tie into gameplay.
Yeah.
Well, Classic has more or less shoulder cannon and that and
Shoulder cannon claws, yeah.
Right. City has the disc.
The disc and the staff.
Staff.
Yeah.
Staff, right? Or you can maybe move the staff to the Classic and put more of a disc on the City Predator. Wolf Predator has the whip and like the ass.
And that could be really cool.
So you think about it that respect, like
There's
okay,
a lot of gameplay shit you could do with it.
so yeah, you could. I can see how that could be a cool way to do it, but who the hell knows? I mean, you could sit there and think about because Jason's opened the floodgates.
Jason opened the floodgates.
Yeah, you know,
in my
think
opinion.
about
yeah.
well, what is? Who was it? I think it was Smee who retweeted out like a picture of
Well, why wouldn't
Predators, Greater Sign, AVP. We agree. I agree with you.
Why wouldn't Freddy be the one to open the floodgates?
Well, Freddy did.
Freddy did, but Freddy was announced way. I mean, he was announced at Comic-Con one year. I remember that because we were going back to my hotel room with my roommate at the time, and he was like, they announced Freddy at for MK9 at Con. And I looked down and said, "Fuck you! No, they didn't."
That's bullshit. No
The
way.
game had already
Too much
The
sense.
game had already
That makes way too much
been out.
sense.
No, the game was out, right? And like other DLC had like been happened or whatever. He's like, yeah, they're announcing Freddy Krueger in Mortal Kombat. I was like, oh, fuck your face, you know? And then I'm like, sitting there, well, he is Warner Brothers' own character, but it was true. I actually thought he was trying to fuck with me.
Yeah. I mean, not to mention the whole Spawn.
Oh.
The whole Spawn
But
argument.
the thing was,
Probably a little further.
they talked about in the DLC pack or whatever the hell, there's going to be 4 legacy and guest characters. Like they actually said guest.
Yeah. Specifically.
So that was like,
Domini, welcome back, dude. Thank you so much.
I think the Ultimate Arnie going
And
back,
Stickman Rid.
you know, the Ultimate Arnie going back to this game would be funny if they got like Van Damme from Bloodsport.
That'd be so good. I was just thinking that they should bring Van Damme back for this stuff.
Oh shit.
That'd be hilarious.
A full circle, you know?
Yeah.
So that was Ed. That Ed did the voice
Yeah,
of this
that was
Scorpion,
Ed, yeah.
right? God damn,
That's
that'd
like
be so
Mickey
much
Mouse,
fun.
dude. That's like fucking, like, you know, Walt Disney was the first, one of the
First Mickey
original,
Mouse.
Actually-
first Mickey Mouse voices.
If Van Damme was in MKX, it would go really full circle because Van Damme.
Year of the Ogre just put in $100.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ, Ogre! Thank you, Jesus.
Thank you for that.
I'll read those soon, guys. Don't worry. Oh my fucking god.
So I was saying, going really full circle, Mortal Kombat, which began life as a Van Damme game, which Van Damme began life as a Predator.
Yeah.
To bring it full circle.
With the Predator coming back, dude, it's weird how these games are connected to technically Predator because it was right around when he was doing that.
Yeah.
Not bad, not bad.
I think
So, can you guys see if you can maybe get one more match in?
Yeah, and then we'll go on.
I realize there's only like 7 fucking characters in this game.
yeah, so it's not
and we've
much.
like seen everybody.
Yeah.
Jump online. I want to see what the net code is.
this game.
Well, it depends.
Yeah.
It's all the.
It's all the same. It's all part of the same, you know.
Yeah.
It's not like we're going online with the Super Nintendo.
With the X brand.
The X-Band. Oh, dude, X-Band tournaments.
That actually like confused the shit out of me as a kid. I was like, wait, what? I'm like,
What?
I didn't even grasp the concept of what X band was.
Exactly.
For a long
This is
time.
weird.
The pit. Yeah, this one's awesome. This is one of my favorite levels. Like,
Well, the pit has to be in every single MK game.
yeah, they haven't announced that for X yet.
Yeah, it has to be there.
Yeah.
You know, the Genesis was the first system to offer digital download games.
Genesis?
Yeah.
Jesus.
You don't remember, do you?
Nice.
Do you remember it could connect online?
Sega Channel.
Oh, the Sega Channel, that's right.
It's a cable internet. It just streams a game into your system.
Ah, it was made like 94 or some shit. Come here! I don't think that's what you wanted.
Kind of. I just wanted some jab pressure. And
You know,
So
the
the
arcade.
first time combos became really integral to the mechanics of the game was MK3 and UMK3. Like that's when they first like, here's some combo strings, and then they kind of kept that mechanic throughout the rest of the MK games. Was combo strings into combo strings. This one was about big single hits.
Do you remember the arcade cabinet for this was actually white?
right? No.
Was it really?
I remember it was like an off-white. The one we played in Vegas. Or,
Oh, the one we played in Vegas was a weird cab.
It was like this off-white.
The original had Daniel Pazina as what's his face?
Johnny?
Johnny, yeah.
Yeah, Johnny Cage was on the side of this one, and it was black with the faded red and orange type of color scheme. It was
I
very
remember
eye-catching.
seeing this in Beige, and then I saw it again at the Retro Collection. And I remember there was a time where there was a lot of white arcade cabinets for this, Virtua Cop.
Nice.
So those are some of the developers too.
That does look like Ed right there, maybe. I don't know. Maybe
I
Tobias.
think that's John Vogel from Pretty.
Is this Christian Bale?
Christian Bale? Sure, that could be.
Penny. When you did the uppercut into there, was there anything special you had to do for
Not for the
that?
old
Not
school,
for the old
Steve.
school one.
The old school one was just like you just did it.
We are doing our very own MKX style.
First to three?
Yeah.
First to three would be the best. First to three would be the best. And then after this,
there
we're
we
going to
go.
start up MK2. We got one!
We got one.
I
Alright,
do
Rad Raid.
distinctly remember
I'll go
seeing
one, and Steve.
MK2 with Raiden like,
Yeah.
That was part 2, right?
That is my dream right
Yeah,
there.
that part-
I
You get
used,
that
I used
cabinet?
to have an MK1 cabinet.
Did you just end up having to sell it or something?
Yeah, I ended up selling it. And like,
Let's say arcade cabinets, unless you have a garage, are pretty hard to
Yeah.
keep control of. Alright.
But my goal, I'm gonna buy. Oh snap! A MK2 cabinet.
Yeah.
Punish.
Christ.
that's MK4.
He still says,
Yeah, he still says it.
oh man, I'm looking forward to MK4 and those endings. The Ace Clip, thank you so much, Ace Clip. Raiden wins. Man, dude, the audio was so compressed in the old games, it's insane.
I remember just,
Oh come on, baby.
okay, Sonya always looked like she was ready for jazzercise. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Ready for a work.
Not
So
in
did
three, though.
Orchid, dude.
Not in 3. In 3, she looked really hot.
3, she was like, yeah,
That
combat
was
ready.
Carrie Hoskins.
That was the hot shit before
Jazzercise?
Zumba, was it now?
The Billy Blank shit?
Yeah. Or it was jazzercise.
Ninja.
I remember being in fucking 3rd grade and having to do jazzercise outside for PE one day. And all the kids were just like, fuck this, they just wanted to go home and play Mortal Kombat. And that was literally it.
I remember this game was all over the news back in the day. My mom specifically told me, I don't want you playing that game type of thing. And the first thing I did was went over to a friend's house and played it.
Oh, you did the fucking friend loophole. I did the
friend
exact same
loophole.
Friend
the
loop.
fucking
Oh, there you go.
same thing.
Yeah!
Alright, Steve.
Nice.
Good shit, Red Red.
Nice.
Good.
We weren't allowed to play a game. We went 2 doors down, played it.
Played the game. But it was the GIMP SNES version where, like,
Yeah.
everyone bleeds ash.
Okay,
Yeah.
this shows you how much of a dick I am. There was this, one of my brother's friends had like, he hit like
Yeah,
puberty
it is. It
hard.
is solid.
So his face just looked, pizza.
Oh, man, poor
Right?
guy.
So I was always saying like, MK on SNES is like, fighting this one guy. You punch him and all this oil comes out.
Jeez.
That's how much of a dick I was.
Don't worry, we're gonna check out what those old games looked like. Like, after we play the good versions, these are the arcade perfect ports. Oh, almost arcade perfect.
We'll check it out.
Oh, there's the one we missed? Okay.
So, yeah.
Oh, Rat Show. That's way down the line.
Yeah.
We get to look at the amazing myriad of characters that were in MK4 that you'll
Yeah.
never see again.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see him again.
There's some that I love. And
From Stream, thank you so much, dude. Very nice of you.
Here's, and going to those characters, there's like this one character, Su Hao. I was actually kind of excited for the character. I mean, he was kind of bad, but I was hoping that MK would have a full grappler character. Like, that's something I've always liked to play Zangief. I'm like, man, I want Mortal Kombat to have.
Yeah, MK really never had
grappler.
grapplers.
No,
you know?
every character.
Jax was the official grappler.
Jax was like
Yeah,
the
but not-
grappler, but
He's not a grappler.
Yeah.
Like, he's like a big giant fucking dude.
and I don't
I
even
can't even believe
think.
Jax isn't even in this game.
No, Jax
He
wasn't in until
He was
MK2.
almost going to be in it. He was.
See Wyatt, thank you, dude.
There's photos of him in the studio working on this game,
And they just
and I guess they
took out the black guy.
But
Uh-oh.
you can look up like Jax, like Mortal Kombat 1. Like I'm not sure how much of his stuff was done. Woo!
Hashtag meet MKX.
Neat.
Here we go. With the
Meat.
meat fanatics.
You know what that is?
That's like the meat fanatics and the fucking mocap fanatics.
Well, mocap definitely ain't coming back now.
For some reason, there's like a really loud small group of people that are just obsessed with
You know
all
what's
those
funny?
characters.
And one of those.
I remember you trying to like trick me on that with meat when we were playing.
Yeah.
You know what? That last donation was probably Uncaged Games. He made a video being all sad that Meat was not.
Poor meat.
And I'm like, And we'll find out Meat actually came from MK4. So when we play
Did
MK
he really?
Gold, yeah, that's where Meat very like.
So when we eventually get to that point, we're not going to play MK4 directly. We're going to play the ultimate version, which is MK Gold on Dreamcast, and it looks a lot better than the PlayStation Arcade version of the
There's
game.
a code, so we'll have to look up the way to get Meat. But basically, you just turn whatever character you were into just Meat.